We have an update on Mel Gibson and his terrible situation where his house burned to the ground right here on John Mike Kean. Thanks for joining us. Remember to pray for Mel Gibson. If you'll pray for him, let us know in the comments below. Just say a prayer for him. God bless you, Mel Gibson. He's got good news from being part of the Trump administration, but bad news on the update because he's still in California, and California is not going to rebuild houses. Watch this.
When you drove up to the beautiful room people will see in just a moment where we conducted this interview, when you saw your neighborhood, when you saw your entire community, what did you imagine or think at that time?
Well, first, I thought it was just, oh, gee, bad luck, tragedy. But then I think I came to realize that it was monumental mismanagement by our elected officials. And that's the nicest thing you can say about it.
I like that he's trying to be a gentleman there and be positive. And the nicest thing you can say it was a monumental mismanagement. And this is where he goes, at first I thought it was a tragedy. That's why this is a tragic update, because the tragic update is that Gavin Newsom's still in charge and Karen Bass are still running LA. And the tragedy is the people that helped exasperate this fire, that neglected this fire, are in charge of the rebuild.
Yeah, I've been listening to your governor, Gavin Newsom, and he's promising LA 2.0, a reimagined Los Angeles. He even says he has a Marshall Plan. Is that what you and your neighbors want right now?
Well, as a citizen here, Newsom and Bass, they want us to trust them to reimagine the city, our city, in how they think it should be. And look what they've done so far to this town, you got nothing but rampant crime, acute homelessness, high taxes, mismanagement of water, firefighters, defunding the department, and we're supposed to trust them with millions of dollars to sort of remake where we live. It's our city. It's the city of the people, and they have another plan. And he's saying build back better. This concept that's got whiskers on it. Everybody says it. And have you ever seen government build back better? There's still people from the Woolsey fire living in trailers and stuff, okay?
They haven't helped the last fire. Even from 3 years ago, there's still victims living in trailers. This is a joke that, or a tragedy that Gavin Newsom is saying they're going to build back better. That's not true. They will only build back worse. Democrats can't run California. Remember, they've spent 30 years running it into the ground. They can't even maintain it. That is, maintaining means don't do damage. They're actually doing active damage to California. They're incapable of building, so they're certainly incapable of rebuilding.
When have you seen the government build back better?
Very
It's just
rarely.
social engineering, environmental regulation, and spending. That's the last thing any of us who've been burned out need, are a bunch of bureaucrats telling us how to rebuild our communities. I just think it's at the very least, it's insensitive.
It's insensitive. What a gentleman. He's clearly coming around. I think he's going to do a lot to bring back the Hollywood film industry back to LA. But that's Mel Gibson. We're going to pray for him and pray for the other fire victims, guys. Let's pray together to God. And we ask him, we beg him for help, because there's things that our human efforts can only go so far. I'm John Mike Kean.